Evening guys, Pete on Friday. Friday's tips. What are we going to do this Friday? Water filtration. A couple of tips. Okay, tips. How can we do it? I'm going to use a container full of dirty water as an example. And that could be anything, it could be a water bottle, it doesn't need to be a nice glass, just seems to be what I've got at hand. And a clean container to put the filtered water in, not purified, filtered. Okay, so let's go on. This is the first tip. 2 vessels, doesn't matter what they are, paper cups, bottles, pop bottles, one into the other, clean one at the bottom, filthy water in the top. And I've started this, and it takes a while with one strand, but I'm using paracord. And what I'm going to do first, you can see it does absorb, it's dripping away. I dip it first rather and wet it. It just quickens up the process. You don't have to. If you just left it in dry, it will find its way over the top of that glass and start filtering into that. Now that's a long process, but it's something you could set up in your camp and leave overnight, 5 gallon to 5 gallon, and constantly take off the 5 gallon. You know, you could have more strands of paracord or rope, anything that's absorbent will siphon over the top and it'll filter as it goes. But just one-on-one's a very slow process. I suggest you try this before you get out in the field, because I'm not going to hang around all night. This will take all night to do that glass into that with that amount of paracord. So just a tip and a way of setting up your camp. The instant filtration is to use a knife sheath, if you've got one, with a hole in the bottom. As you can see, I've pushed some cotton wool in here, and it doesn't have to be cotton wool because we haven't always got that on us. And then what we'll simply do is pour the dirty stuff through it, and as you can see through the bottom, pretty instantly comes the water, and we can leave that down there. Actually, you know, stand that in and let that filter away, because that's the highest point and it'll fill up. But that's instant filtration, and it's clean, and it's not drinkable at this point, because even fresh water has a lot in it that is bad. You know, it might look fresh is no guarantee it's drinkable. So always boil it. The second use while you got your sheath out is you might as well sharpen your knife. And if anybody's got these small sharpeners, you'll know they're a pain in the bum. So what I do is I just hold that in the belt portion of your sheath knife. Even if it's leather, you can hold it. Even if it's not as rigid as that, and that enables us not to cut our fingers, but sharpen the knife, whichever way we do it. Yeah? 2 tips with your Mora knife, and it doesn't have to be a Mora knife. Anyway, let's go back up top. I hope you got a bit out of that. They are only tips, and it's about building up a large portion of experience to just making things out of other things to survive with. We've got a lot of resources around us every day, especially these days with the plastics, and it's just available if you have a little mind to do it. So think on. Please send me any comments about other things that you've done. I really do appreciate it, because life is learning every day. It's not one instant lesson. So send me, help me learn, help me translate it, because making these videos is a long process. But anyway, this is Pete at Survival and Bushcraft saying please don't forget to subscribe.